hello, hello. What a creepy time. Oh, how are you all? Is everyone okay? Hold on, I'm just putting this in a tripod so I can actually see what the hell's going on.
Wow,
Right.
it's very bright over here. Oh.
It is bright. Well, Justin and Justine have joined us. This obviously is Justin, if you didn't know, and that one's Justine. Yeah, they were. We've got the fire on the go. Hold on a minute. I've got to set this round the right way round. Hold on a minute. Hold up. Hold on. Where are we? Right. Hold on a minute. I got candy yesterday. Limited selection. Bummer for those of us who shop late to not be tempted.
Do you want my phone for comments?
Yeah, that would be good. But I'm a little bit worried because this is. Hold on a minute. Hold on. That's gone the wrong way round. Oh, for crying out loud! It's. You try and do the right thing, don't you? Just try. You try. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Right. Hold on. Hold on. Right. Hold on.
Hold on.
Why can I not turn that round? That you can't turn it without it making it loose, and I don't understand why. Oh, for crying out loud! It's here we go.
Here we are.
Oh, Simone, thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you. You got the party started.
You might need to tilt it up if you're going to be sitting here.
Hold on, the sound is echoing.
Echo. Is it?
Well, don't make it worse. Right. Okay, it did that last time. It got echoey.
Yeah, and then it was fine, wasn't it?
Yeah. How did we fix it? Can you remember?
I think it was someone says the sound is fine.
Screech. Okay, nice fire. Yes, it's okay now. Oh, good. Hi, Julian and Rachel. Hi, Egg. Right. Thank you very much.
Look out behind you. What?
No, we can't see Justin. We can't see Justin and Justine now. Hold on.
Am I in the way?
No. Oh, hold on. Is that
there they are. If you sit here, Julian, you're fine.
What, you can still see, because I don't want to steal the limelight from... Oh no, her head's fallen off. This is not good.
And if you sit in the middle...
Hold on. Right out.
So some people have got fine sound, some people have got no sound. Picture is very clear and sound is good.
So, what do we deduce from that then?
Rachel can sit with Daisy, give lots of love, cuddles. I will send Sophia up with Daisy in a minute. Henry.
Right, okay.
Yeah, if you sit...
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Did you miss me? Yes, Sandy, of course. What's that, Rachel, crawling into your lap? A cat. Of course. I don't like it dark outside at this time. Oh, with the clocks going back, you mean? Yeah, it is. It does feel like it should be a lot later. Hello. Finally made it. How are we all doing? Love that from the narrowboat, says Marie. Hi, Marie. Just reading back on some of your earlier comments. We wanted to get some Halloween disguises, but we kind of ran out of time. Right.
Okay, budge up. Okay.
Right,
Look, we've got a special treat for you. By the way, hold on a minute. I feel like I should just do a bit of like a general shout out to everybody that bought a treat for the animals.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, it's not too late. We did a trick no treat little campaign on our social medias, just to buy the animals either a bag of carrots or stuff like that. Yeah, it was really good. So thank you very much to everybody that bought something for the animals. It's much appreciated. Thank you. And if you haven't bought anything for the animals, but you'd like to give them a treat, then you can go to our shop, jacobsridge.com/shop. And if you go there, then you've got things like frightening fence posts, creepy carrots. What else was there?
Scary sacks of corn.
Scary sacks of corn. There you go. Doesn't get any better than that. What do you?
Ghostly galvanized fence posts.
Mm.
Here you are. Julian, I looked you up on IMDb this week. Impressive.
You think I'm impressive?
I just got to go and check the dinner. I'll send Sophia.
I think I might need to adjust this camera because it's giving you a bit of a view, which I don't think that a lot of people would be particularly pleased about.
What's that?
Well, it's just sort of straight up my...
Do you need something to put it on?
Hold on. Why is this? Sorry, guys. Hold on a minute. That probably made you feel a bit dizzy if you were watching that. Oh, I'm doing it again. Hold on. This is the tripod. Oh, why? It's never easy, is it, eh? Right, hold on. I've got a little treat for you this evening. What I don't understand is why I can't seem to turn that. Oh, hold on. Now I can. Right, okay. So if I now do that. Sorry, guys. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Right, that's worse, isn't it? It's like going to the opticians, isn't it? Is that better or is that worse? Is that better or worse? Better. That's probably going to be a little bit better, I think. No, it's not. Right, hold on a minute. We'll go this way. We'll go this way instead. Right, we're going to go down, and we're going to go up. Oh, now have we got something? It's the Julian Witch Project movie. Yes. Thank you very much. How's that? It doesn't matter, does it? That's made it worse. Why can I just not? What? One of these days, right? What we're going to... This is a total Basil 40 moment, isn't it? I'm just having a Basil 40 day today. Right. Okay. Right. No. Right. That's it. I warned you. I bloody warned you. Sorry, you can't swear, can you? Right. How's... Oh, for crying out loud. Right. Now we've lost... It's just... I don't know what you do. I don't know how it's... Look, that's even worse, isn't it? Like all of this time... Why do you tune in? Hey, why do you encourage this? There's got to be an easier way. Don't worry about it, Julian. No, I do worry about it. See, I do. That's the problem because now we've got a very strange angle, and it's ruined the ambience, the ambiance. Right, I'm going to adjust it one last time. Okay, just one last time. Right, before I have a full Basil on it, and then we'll just live with it with what we've got. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, we'll do that, and then that, and then. Hi, Sophia.
You're having a Basil moment.
I was just having a Baz, yeah. Just having a complete Baz moment. Right. Okay, we'll come back to where we were.
What have you got there?
Right. Don't you ruined it now?
You could have said something else. Like,
Oh no, it's an instruction manual for how to fix a washing machine. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna catch up now on some things. Shouldn't have fiddled, Julian. No, it's fine. It's fine. The bench, Bridget. That was. You see, that would have been a lot easier, wouldn't it? I should have just moved the whole bench that it's sitting on, as opposed to just trying to fiddle with the thing. Okay. Well, we've done now. Sophia, please take over. No, don't give her that kind of permission. Whoa, those pants. What pants?
oh, is it my pants?
Oh, is it your pants?
I don't know.
Oh, it might be your pants. Just cross your legs, Julian. Well,
Oh,
Jan.
it might be your pants.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. There you go. How's that? But now, oh, it's terrible. It's a bad angle. I'm not just like I have to sit like that. All right. How's that? Hello. Right. Okay. Well, I can't. Just get up. Right. Okay. It's just what it is. Okay. Right. We're going to carry on. Right. So anyway, thank you very much for joining the live. I feel like it's taken a long time to get to this point where we're actually talking. Everyone can simply look up as well. Not difficult. Isn't it exactly the same as it was before fiddling? Yes, it is exactly the same now. Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. I don't mean I give up on you. I'm sorry about your mum. I hope she feels better. Oh, sorry. Okay, I've come in there. Klaus. Well, the thing is, Egg. Yeah, Klaus likes to play with it a lot. But yeah. Hi everyone. Trisha. Hi Trisha. Julian crosses his legs. Klaus lets it all out. Meanwhile, Merry Christmas, everyone. All right, Jan. Okay. Listen, I've got a treat for you. So what I decided to do, because it's Halloween, and I thought what we'll do is we'll have a little scary story, a scary fireside story, right? Now, let me know. What do you want? Do you want a story? Do you want a story? I've got one prepared if you want it, but you just got to tell me whether you want it or not. Jan's in the room. No, Jan block. Put Justin over the crown jewels. That's a great idea, Jane. Yes, I should have thought about that. Or I could have just. No, I'm just going to shut up about that. Hold on. I'm getting lost here already. Hi from Quebec, Canada. Hi Tammy St Pierre. Hi from Shropshire. Any ghost story to tell? Yes, I have. Right, okay. I didn't see the role of Klaus on your IMDb page. No, we haven't let him out yet. I think it's only a matter of time before Klaus appears in some movie or not. But I don't know if this sort of movie would go on IMDb. Oh, a treat. Are you making dinner and leaving us with lovely Rachel? Jan, shut up. Yes, story. Okay, only if Ronnie tells it. Okay, all right, we're going to go for the story, right? We've got some resounding yeses then. Any story involving Jan is scary. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. This is what's happened, right? So this week, I was thinking, yeah, it'd be nice to tell a story or two, you know, or just tell a little ghost story. And then I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, well, you know, so I was looking around, and some of them, the stories now that you try and get, they're really, you know, like they're more like a bit gory, and I don't know. I just thought it was a bit weird. So anyway, it got me thinking to like the old ghost stories that I used to listen to as a kid, you know. So I mean, obviously back in the day, I mean, you know, we're talking 10 years ago. Hold on a minute, no, don't start, Grump, right? No, right? So anyway, the thought was, I'll dig out an old ghost story book that from around about that time. So I found this old ghost story book. You see, I care about you guys. I think about you a lot. You see, I think about what can I do to make the live experience better? Because let's face it can't get much worse. So I was thinking, okay, I'll find a book from that time. So I found this book, and it's from 1984, right? So I had a look at it. And I thought, oh, it's no good. It's such a like basic, like, you know, we've heard it all before. But then I started reading this book, and the way it's written is hilarious. So I thought, actually, I think you might appreciate this. So, okay. Oh, Susie, thank you very much for your super chat. Right, okay. You want the naked volunteers. Sandy, right, hold on a minute. Just tell the story. All right, Linda, jeez. It's not about the story, it's about the performance. God, you people, heathens. Right. I don't know. Is this the story? No, this isn't the story. All right. Look, the story's here. Right. Okay. Here's the story. All right. It's a little story. All right. It's prepared. Right. Okay. Hold on a minute. Right. Okay. Stop talking amongst yourselves. All right. Because we're telling a story. You're having a chat with Linda. Stop talking to Linda. All right. Linda, don't answer her. We're having a story. Okay. Right. Are we there yet? Jan, do you want a story or not? Because I tell you, well, we've got all night. We can see her all night until we start. If you're going to start, okay. Julian can read. Shut up, Gail. Looks at Jan. Stop it. Right. Okay. Right. Everybody. Shh. Right. Everyone, fold your arms. I'll tell you the story. Stop it. Right. Okay. Hold on a minute. Is this simply the pre-show? Is that case? I don't know if I can handle the story. Look, Mr. Awesome, I'm trying to tell the story, but it's their fault. It's just me here. Everyone else is like, look, they're still carrying on. Do you want the story or not? Because I'm not going to tell it if it's going to carry on, isn't it? Right, right. Julian, look, get on with it. Okay, Jan. Right. Emma, thank you very much. Emma, hi. How are you doing? Miss you all. Please give Barney and Polly a hug from me. Aww. Yes, I will. Why are you off camera?
I'm on camera.
Are you on camera? Sophia, why are you not on camera? Right, okay. Do you want this story or not?
Well, I can't. There's no way to say it.
Okay. Jane, Michael Caine, just tell the bloody story. Okay, right. Okay, we're going to tell the story. I can't do that and that. Right, okay, you sit
Well,
there.
everyone should be quiet now because they should be listening.
Okay, everyone be quiet. It's a fireside. Look, we've got the fire on the go, got a nice cup of tea. I'm going to tell you the story. Right. Okay. Now, this story is called Children on the Bridge, and it's written by Kenneth Ireland. Like I say, back in 1984. Kenneth, if you're watching, thank you very much, Kenneth. I'm going to give it my best. What was that?
Thank you, Ciara, for your
Thank you, Ciara.
for a story.
First story. Okay, great. All right. This is just for you, Ciara. Okay, because everyone else is being silly and rude. Right. Right. Hold on a minute. Some words I have to break down. Mr. Fullwood. Fullwood? What kind of name is Fullwood? Anyway, Mr. Fullwood was delighted with the village in which he had bought a cottage for his retirement. Mr. Fullwood. So we're picturing it as a village. There's Mr. Fullwood, and he's very delighted with the village. Okay, so he's walking around, and he's like, wow, I'm loving this village, right? Then, what happened? He had always fancied living in such a pretty place. He had dreamed of a village just like this during his whole working life, out of the hubbub and hurry of the town. Now that he had retired, his dream, he was sure, had come true. So here we go. So that sets the story, doesn't it? So Mr. Fullwood, he's got his house. He's in a village. He loves his village. Very, very happy man. Okay. Why didn't he just write it like that? Kenneth, I'm just saying, right? You could have just said
They
that.
think his name's Mr. Forward.
No, not Forward. Fullwood. Full, F-U-L-W-O-O-D. He's full wood. This is great. This story, wait. I've only read a little bit of it, so I'm discovering it with you. Anyway, Mr. Fullwood, he was a bachelor. We kind of knew he would be. Well used to managing by himself. Yes. He managed by himself, Mr. Fullwood, on a regular occurrence. So anyway, with his pension from work plus his state pension, that's very detailed. Thank you, Kenneth, for that detail. Anyway, with his pension from work plus his state pension, he would be able to manage very nicely, and the cottage had come up for sale at just the right time. Not that the village was isolated. He would not have liked that, because it had a regular bus service into the nearest market town. Why is this important to the story? I don't understand. Anyway, right, so that's why he's happy with it. We're just getting a bit more detail on why he's happy with it. I feel like we should just move forward to the nitty gritty. Where are the ghosts? This is supposed to be a ghost story. This is rubbish. Right, okay. So it had a regular bus service. He had his state pension. He's got his own pension as well from work. That's all good. Lovely. He's got himself sorted out. Excellent. Anyway, that was part of the attraction, apparently. He was now able to live in the countryside, yet within a bus ride of the conveniences of town. Just the right side of sort of combination. This story is a killer, isn't it? It's great. Anyway, I bet you're hooked. Anyway, okay, now we're going on a bit more about the village. Right, the village was really pretty, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Had a shallow river running through it with meadows on either side, and at one point, passing underneath a little bridge which carried the main road through the village. It had an ancient church with old houses clustered round it, as if for protection. There was a scattering of farms, a real old-fashioned village inn, a general village shop, and friendly people. What more could he want? Well, what more could he want? I don't know. But I don't know. Probably lots of things. Even the children were friendly. No. Far different from the preoccupied, surly ones he had encountered living in towns. He noticed some on his first morning out, down to the village shop. They were sitting on the low wall of the bridge as he passed. 5 of them, he counted, all looking clean, fresh and bright. This is a bit creepy. Don't you think Mr. Fullwood's a bit creepy now? He's actually looking at some kids sitting on a wall and going, well, they look fresh and clean and bright. Well, anyway, good morning, said the first of them. Good morning, he responded cheerily. I feel like Mr. Fullwood should have a different voice.
Go on then.
I feel like Mr. Fullwood should be like, I don't know.
You're losing people.
Well, it's boring story.
Just.
It's not my fault that
How
we're
long
losing.
is the story?
Look, do you want the story? Look, okay, well, I'm trying, like, The
So
thing
it's a
is, the
very
problem
long
with you
story.
kids today, right, is you want instant gratification. That's the problem.
Did you look at how long this story is?
It's not very long. It's finished now. It's like
That's
it's,
how many pages.
yeah, it's like 3-4 pages. Anyway, I'm not going to finish it anyway because I'm really bored of it already. So anyway, this is what some highlights, okay? Because like I say, I'm reading this the same time you are, so I don't know either. Right? Okay. Anyway, so
They think he'd have Michael Caine's voice.
he's got Michael Caine's voice. Right. Okay. So the kid says, "Good morning." Good bloody morning, mind, said. We'll call him Michael, right? So, good bloody morning, mind, he responded cheerily. Oh, he's cheerily. Good bloody morning. That's him cheerily. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, okay. And and they all called at the same time for him to come back. So they go, "Hey, Michael, come back. And he's like, "Hey, don't talk to me like that. I'm going down a bloody shop, go and get some fags." All right. And then the kid said, no, come back, mister. Come and sit on the wall and talk to us. So anyway, they went back and on his way back from the shop, he said, no, I'm going to the shop. What's he going to the shop for? We haven't even established what he was going to the shop for. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like we've dwelled on this bit a little bit too long. He's gone back. He's gone back to the shop, his house. The kids have been playing on the river. Blah. One of them, they're jumping in and out of the river. I don't know. And yeah, I've lost myself, really. I don't think it was a great story. I should have researched this one a bit more.
Did you just look at the first page?
No, it's just got some very strange things in there. But perhaps it's not. Perhaps the wrong audience, and perhaps it's the wrong time. Perhaps it's just to amuse myself. I'll read it tonight to myself, and I'll let you know how it goes. But I just think there was some very funny innuendos in there.
Senora Bob, thank you for your super chat. Wants instant gratification.
Yes, Senora Bob. That's what the problem is. We all want instant gratification.
Now I'm dedicated. We need to know how pension and public transport ties in.
Well, the thing is, I think it's something to do with the church and the old house, maybe, because that was kind of. Why would you put that in there? That an ancient church and old houses, as if for protection. So he's kind of set something up there. So I'm kind of thinking that's the route it's going.
Jess, thank you for your super chat. Don't think I've ever seen Julian enjoying himself so much. No idea what the story is, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Well, good. Excellent. Thank you very much for your super chat.
And
Mr. Fullwood.
someone else said they want to hear the story.
Okay, all right.
Liz says, I want the story.
Okay, all right.
We're all left hanging. Just read the book.
Okay, all right. Hold on a minute. Right, gee whiz. God, you people. You're the one that told me we were losing them.
Well, that's what they were telling me.
Oh, well, don't. Just because you're losing one or two.
I think it was your edited the narration of the book that they weren't enjoying.
Oh, okay. So they just want the story.
I think they just want the story.
I'm going to tell you the bloody story. Right, okay. Okay, so we've gone past good morning. On his way back from the shop, they were still sitting there in a row, all about the same age, it seemed to him, except that the tallest one, who sat at the end, who had spoken to him first, was perhaps a year older or thereabouts. It's very detailed. Got everything you wanted? The nearest to him asked, noticing his carrier bag. Yes, bloody thank you, said Mr. Fullwood, Michael Caine, and smiled at all of them. It's creepy. I don't like this bloke. He's a bit weird. I'm getting a weird vibe off Mr. Fullwood. Be seeing you, he heard as he passed. Every day he made a point of going to the shop for small things. At first, because the short walk was good for him. The fact that he had retired was no excuse for just pottering around his cottage in his bedroom slippers, he had decided. But then he had another motive, which was to have the pleasure of seeing these delightful children. It's wrong, isn't it? Don't you think? It hasn't aged well, this story. Anyway, they would either be sitting on the wall and swinging their legs, or they would be down by the river. Or, if the day was warm, they would be playing in the river with their shoes and socks off. Ah, lovely, lovely little kids playing in the village river. How nice. All boys, he noticed. Well, Mr. Fullwood. Not a girl among them, but that was understandable, he supposed, because at their age, boys and girls tended to play separately. He knew that was how it was when he had been their age. Every time they saw him, they would either call out to him, or if they were down by the river, they would turn and wave, and he would wave back. He began to enjoy their company. Come down and join us, the tallest one called to Mr. Forward one afternoon. They were down at the riverside. How the bloody hell do I get down there? He asked. Just climb over to fence at the side of the bridge and then come down, 'cause it's easy, said this one with a strange northern accent.
What, that was a kid?
That was a kid.
Why is this speak like that?
Well, I don't know. He was like, they speak like that from this particular village. All the kids, they were born with their voices already broken.
Okay.
Anyway, he had not climbed a fence for a good 30 years. Oh, I see. Michael Caine hadn't. Right. I mean, not Michael Caine, Mr. Forward Caine. He had not climbed a fence for a good 30 years, but he found that this low wooden one presented no problem. He smiled to himself at the thought of what his friends in the city would say if they could see him now. Not only climbing over a fence, obviously placed there to keep people out, but in his oldest clothes as well. In the city, just a few weeks before, he would never have dreamed of appearing in public in anything but a suit. This country life was just the thing, he was thinking, as he almost ran down the grass on the meadow to where these boys were waiting for him. This is Charlie, said the tallest boy, introducing that one to him. And this is Trevor. And this is Mark. And this is Darren. And I'm Errol. How do you do? How do you bloody do? Returned Mr. Forward politely. I'm Mr. Forward. We know, said Charlie. We know the names of everybody in the village. Of course you would. Oh no, Charlie said that. Not the other one, not Errol. So Charlie spoke like that. We know, said Charlie. We know the names of everybody in the village. Of course you would, said Mr. Of course you bloody would, said Mr. Forward. In such a small village, everyone would know everybody else. He was expecting to discover the names of most of the other people living in the village before long. I'm bored. I'll be honest, I'm bored. It's like, where are you going, Mr. Forward? I mean, okay, so we've met the kids. They've introduced themselves, and that's it, right? Now they've asked him for a paddle. So he said, no, I'm not having a paddle, right? But it gets a little bit weirder. Why not? Demanded Darren. Darren? Thank you very much, Karen, for your super
Karen,
chat.
in spite of the story.
In spite of the story. Was that just to get a break from the story? This is the worst story, and you're making me read it to you now. I feel like this is Halloween. This is like...
You sound like a Muppet. Wow, Charlie is a boy and a Muppet. Was there any pre-performance before this? When is something going to happen?
I don't know. I don't know the story. I didn't write it.
My money is on the kids being ghosts.
Yeah, I know. It's exactly where I'm going as well, I think. Or is it Mr. Forward? You know, you don't know. You don't know. Well, why don't we make the rest of the story up ourselves? Because we can make it go a little bit faster.
Well, this bit's a bit weird, isn't it?
So, right. Okay. So, one of the kids... Right, get to this bit, right? This is a bit of an odd bit. Right, he says, he took his shoes and socks off, rolled his trousers up to the knee, and followed them into the water, which felt delightfully cool to his feet and ankles. We sometimes go right in. Oh no, hold on, Massa. We sometimes go right in, said Darren, confided Darren. But not when anyone's around. You see, we've got no trunks, you see. So now the boys are naked in the river. This is weird. This is a little children's scary book, right? So we've got no trunks, you see. We've got no trunks when we decide to go right in, corrected Errol. Mr. Forward could see no reason for the correction. That's right. Not when we decide to go right in. You wouldn't want to join us then. No, I think I'd better not then, said Mr. No, I think I bloody well better not go full in, said Mr. Forward hastily. Then one of the little kids turns round to Mr. Forward and he says, I'll show you how to catch a tiddler. Now, isn't that the weirdest line in any story? Anyway, Mr. Forward had a thoroughly enjoyable time trying to catch tiddlers. I'm sorry, but that sounds weird to me. He didn't quite manage it, and once he almost fell full length in the attempt, to be rescued immediately by 2 or 3 of the boys who seemed to be keeping a careful watch on him. Right, okay, so I think we should...
People are confused. They're like, what the hell is a tiddler?
What is a tiddler? Exactly.
It's a little fish.
Yeah, a tiddler's a little fish. So the little boys are saying, we'll show you how to catch a little fish. But the wording is a bit wrong, isn't it? And it just sounds a bit odd. So they're asking him, so these are naked boys in the river telling Mr. Forward, a retired Michael Caine impersonator, he's a retired Michael Caine impersonator because he wasn't very good at it. And now they're showing him how to catch tiddlers. I think it sounds wrong to me. Anyway, very pleasant it was too. He'd had a nice time. Blah, 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 blah. He said, oh, good heavens, he said. It's well past tea time and I ought to be going. Right, so he decides to go home. They don't want him to go, obviously. They're doing his thing. They're talking about drying his feet with handkerchiefs. I don't know, it all got a bit weird. Where do you think the story went from now on? All right, because I'll be honest with you, I don't think I can sit here and read all this because it is absolute tripe. Don't you think?
Where's the scariness?
There is no scariness. At the moment, we've just got naked boys, which is quite scary, swimming with an old man. Don't you think that's a weird story?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's weird, isn't it? Why would that go in a children's scary book? I think the kids are ghosts. I think that's where I'm going.
They're evil.
They are.
5 of them. The kids are evil.
Oh, the kids are evil.
I understand you've been seeing some children on the bridge, he said, without any preamble. Well, everyone knows that, said Mr. Fullwood. What's wrong with that? You're the 3rd person to mention them to me with some kind of warning. Errol, Charlie, Trevor, Mark, Darren, is that right? Well, yes. There are their names, 5 of them, but what's wrong? They are evil, Mr. Fullwood. That's what's wrong.
Ah.
No
The
way.
vicar was so serious that Mr. Fullwood was startled. Your storytelling's better. You've got a nicer storytelling voice. Anyway,
I don't do the impression.
he said, I just can't believe it. They're so such a joy to be with. I cannot believe that they are evil children. They're so lively, well behaved with it too. There's no evil there. I can bloody assure you, mind. So he says, so you intend to go on seeing them and talking to them and have them ask you to join them, eh? I don't see why not. Not that it's any of your bloody business, Mr. Vicarman. When they call you tonight, then, I beg you not to open your door to them, 'cause they're evil little boys. They're evil!
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Aye. Now, how on earth did the vicar know that they had called at his house? Somebody must have told him. He could not possibly have heard their voices calling him from as far away as the vicarage. And then, not having opened your door to them tonight, I want you to go over the bridge as usual in the morning, but this time, count them. Right, okay. This is the vicar talking, just in case, because we skipped ahead a bit. So the vicar's come around to see him, warned them that the kids are evil. Right, okay. Bloody well count them, Mr. Forward Caine said. He was astonished. There were 5 of them. He knew that for certain. You might find that tomorrow there'll be 6 of them. 6. If you find that there are 6, come away at once and see me. At once, Mr. Fullwood, the vicar emphasised. Then he left Mr. Fullwood's cottage without further explanation. What a rude vicar. So he didn't even say, like, goodbye. When they do that on films, when they just like, oh, they're finished phone call, and they just go, yeah. That's like, so the vicar's gone there like, I've come around your house, I'm telling you that those people are evil. Right, okay, count them. There'll be 6, all right? Exit stage left. Gone. Say bye, see you then, thanks for coming around. Anyway, I don't know where I was. Where are we?
Shall we skip forward a bit?
Yeah, come on. Okay, so they're evil.
Thing is, there's not any actual spacing, so it's quite hard to tell. So that night, they did come again.
Ah, and they were circling the house, and they were calling to him plaintively. Plaintively. I quite like that word, plaintively. Anyway, Mr. Forward, won't you join us? Mr. Forward, do come and join us. Oh no, that was a bit weird. We like your company, Mr. Fullwood, so why won't you join us?
Creepy children.
It was somewhat unnerving, and at the same time like ignoring good friends, but nevertheless, I read that completely wrong, but nevertheless, he remained inside the house with the curtains drawn, not moving until the voices faded and they had gone. They made no attempt to try the door, he noticed. Of course, they were too polite for that, he knew. In the morning, he would pretend that he had fallen asleep and had not heard them. That was his intention as he set out for his regular walk across the bridge and into the main part of the village. But when he reached the bridge, they were all seated on the low parapet, swinging their legs, and with such smiling, welcoming looks on their faces that he thought that he would just walk by. Then he happened to notice that there was an extra boy sitting with them, and almost stopped in his tracks. Mr. Fullwood had seen him somewhere around before, but for the moment could not quite place him. Then he noticed several marks scratched deep into the solid stonework of the bridge. "A lorry ran into it yesterday afternoon while you were out of the village," Errol explained, seeing where he was gazing. "Well, I can't bloody stop just now. I'm in a bit of a hurry." And he walked on quickly into the village. But instead of going to the shop, he went straight to the vicarage and rang the doorbell. The vicar answered the door almost at once. "There were bloody 6 of them. Oh, no, hold on, that was the vicar, sorry. "There were 6, was there not?" Yes, said Mr. Fullwood. "Now tell me how you knew that would be the case." "Come inside," advised the vicar. Then Mrs. Doubtfire. "Describe the 6th boy, would you?" "Well, he had dark hair. He was pleasant looking, as all of them are. He was wearing a blue jumper, mind, jeans, some sort of sandals on his feet. Oh, and he had a little scar on the tip of his nose, mind. A little bloody scar right there. Not much to say about him, really." "Okay." "Tommy Stokes," snapped the vicar. Oh, it was a snap. It was more of a snap. "Tommy Stokes! That was his name!" His tone was almost vicious. "You're in great danger, Mr. Fullwood." I just added that bit on there. "I would advise you to leave the village as soon as possible, today if you can. But tomorrow, at the latest. Go away. Go anywhere. Take a holiday. But stay away for 2 or 3 weeks. Is that okay? Could you do that? But whatever you do, don't mention anything about it to any of these boys. Okay, don't talk to them. They're screwing with your mind. Okay, pack your bags, get out of the village, go and disappear for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And he's like, "Where the bloody hell am I supposed to go for 2 or 3 weeks, mate? I haven't got like bags of cash. I'm a retired pensioner. It's only my state pension. I don't care. Get out of the village. They're mad, I tell you. Don't talk to them." Right, so anyway, okay. Now look here, Vicar, said Mr. Fullwood. "You don't take me for a complete fool, do you? Then perhaps you'll be so kind as to tell me just what the bloody hell is going on." The vicar seemed quite calm now. "Those delightful children all attended the school here in the village at one time, but they were not delightful at all. It was only discovered what they had been up to when a body was dug up in the middle of the night from the churchyard and in the morning found draped across the altar of the church, together with other indications that some kind of black magic rite had taken place. From then on, things went from bad to worse." Well, that's pretty bad, isn't it? It gets worse than that. They've dug up a body and stuck it over the... I went in there in the morning and I was like, got me a cup of coffee. I went into the church and there it was, into a wee kirk. And there was this dead body just draped across the altar. I was
We're
like,
nearly there. We're nearly there.
I was like, all right. I was like, I'm in the middle of a story here. You can tell me it's nearly over. I'm in full character now. So I walked into the church. There's this body draped across the altar. I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa, who the bloody hell put that body there? It's just been dug up. I only buried it last week now. Anyway, of course, it was discovered who had been involved, but they were held then to be too young to be prosecuted, so nothing was done. Oh yeah, we just let the little psychopaths get away with murder in this village. Then there was no stopping them. Oh, I'm not surprised. They needed a bloody belt, mate. I was like, what are you doing here? They're saying you can't whack them, but it's like they're digging up dead bodies. Now, I think they've gone too far. It's just me. Anyway, I can't get out of the vicar's voice now. I'm stuck in the vicar's voice. Okay. Then there was no stopping them, obviously. Their last of many activities was to persuade the driver of a van to stop outside the village on some pretext and give them a lift. On the way, just before the bridge, they attempted to kill the driver. It seems that they had hoped to force him to drive straight at the bridge, while at the same time escaping themselves just in time. Unfortunately for them, the rear doors of the van jammed and they were unable to escape. The van crashed right enough, but the survivor was the driver, not the boys.
Oh.
He was able to tell the story, not all the details, you realise, but enough for everyone to know exactly what had been planned. He was permanently crippled and now has an artificial leg. You'll have met him. His name's Mr. Cooper. But Mr. Forward was slowly beginning to realise the implication of what the vicar was telling him. Yes, Mr. Forward, I'm afraid so. We know that they are there. We who have lived in this village for years know how to avoid them. Your great problem is you have seen them. Now you're in trouble, mate. You've got a wee bit of trouble on your plate. What you've done is you've attracted these little ghosts. And they're bad ghosts, see. That's why they like you now. You should never have talked to them. You should have ignored them. But oh no, come into the village, think you know everything, you bloody outsiders. The vicar must have been having him on. It must have been some sort of joke. Mr. Cooper must be getting on for 80. What was he doing driving a van? Well, you can't drive a van at 80? Well, I suppose you can, but I think that's the reason he crashed into the bridge. I don't think there was any ghost.
And it was about 30 years ago, so this was like...
Oh, okay, that was about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
How do you see? Tommy Stokes also saw them. He was killed in an accident with a lorry yesterday afternoon. He had told his mother only the day before that they had asked him to join them. People who saw the accident said the driver simply seemed to lose all control, and by the time he had recovered, Tommy Stokes was dead under his wheels. The funeral is on Friday. Oh, hold on a minute. I was still the vicar. Oh. The funeral is on Friday. Now do you see, Mr. Fulwood? Tommy Stokes was also new to the village, so he didn't know any better either. Pack your things and go at once. Go on, get out. Next week I intend to exercise that bridge in hopes that we can at last get rid of him. Come back to your cottage in 2 or 3 weeks and then you should be safe. Yeah. I'm going to put it out on Airbnb, make a bit of money on the side while you're away. Mr. Fulwood almost ran out of the vicarage and back towards his own home. He could hear the vicar calling after him. Whatever you do, don't stop on the way! He didn't need the advice. By now he was convinced. When he came within sight of the bridge, he broke into a gentle trot, then calmed down and determined to walk past it as if nothing was wrong. The children were no longer sitting on the bridge, but standing across the road. They were not exactly in a line as if to prevent his passing, but they were there. Can't stop now, he said, cheerily as he could. The new boy was standing right in front of him. Come on, Tommy, he said, not stopping. I'll talk to you later. He realised his mistake at once.
He where was he from? He was I don't know.
North.
He was north. He was the northern. No, no, I'm stuck in Vicarage. He knows. He knows it's too late. He knows.
Shouted Errol.
Shouted Errol. That was Errol. So that was Errol. He knows. He knows something. That's right. It was Errol. He knows. Now they did form a line like a barricade to prevent him from moving further. He began to push through them in a panic. He got through, then began to run. The boys began to run after him. To the house, he was thinking. They don't come into the house. Once there, I'll be safe. He ran faster and looked behind to see if they were still chasing, but they were not any longer. In fact, they were no longer there at all. It was as if they disappeared into thin air. The car coming round the bend in the road hit him almost before he saw it. And then they were all around him again, looking at him as he lay on the ground. Charlie helped him to his feet, and Trevor and Mark took hold of his hands to help steady him. They were never evil children. He was convinced of that now. That vicar ought to be in a lunatic asylum. He had heard of vicars like that, who went mad. Yeah, we've all heard of mad vicars. The driver of the car was climbing, rather shaken, out of his vehicle and coming towards him. There seemed to be something lying on the ground in front of the car, and the driver stopped and bent down over it. Then Mr. Fullwood realised that it was his own body lying there. He shook himself free of the helping hands and stared at the boys wildly. You were too late, Mr. Fullwood, said Errol calmly, with a most attractive smile on his face. Now you've joined us properly.
What? I don't get it.
He died.
I get that.
So the boys chased him to his death
But then why did he say, "Oh, I'm sure the vicar's mad"?
because he didn't realise he was dead.
Oh.
So the boys helped him up, and he was like,
So he thought,
"Oh,
they're
so
nice
yeah,
boys."
they're nice
And then he
boys."
thought it was dead.
Yeah,
And
then he realised that he's now part of the naked boy gang in the river by the bridge.
Okay.
There you go. Wasn't that a lovely story? I hope you enjoyed that.
Well, Egg said that.
What a provocative tale.
Ciara said I put a pan of water on, watching it boil now. Jan said I wish I'd painted a wall. I could be watching the paint drying now.
Well, I think you're very rude, all right? Okay, I went to the effort there to read you a story. I know how much you do enjoy a nice story
Well,
like that.
Shirley said it was a great story, and Ciara put loads of clapping emojis.
Thank you, see? You know a good story when you hear it.
Julian's storytelling is hilarious. Tears running down my face with laughing. I never knew Billy Connolly was a vicar. How about we share our stories with you now?
Oh, God. Go on, then.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. I think it's
Hey,
awesome
Lisa.
to read as an adult. Thanks, Julian. Aww.
Thanks, Lisa. The best part was when it ended. I don't disagree with you, actually. I just want to say, it's not my story. I didn't write it. I'm just like disowning it now a little bit. Jan is crying because it's over. It's very rude. Are you? Can they see you? Oh yeah, we can see you. Yeah. There was a story. What's the matter with you? What? Why? What? Honestly. I meant to be read to as an adult. Yeah, I like hearing stories. Meantime, you missed my real ghost story. Go on then, Anne. What was your real ghost story? Were you talking through that story? Is that what you were doing? Were you telling a story whilst I was telling a story? It's Christmas here. Jane, go away. Don't be so rude. Right. I meant to be read to... Oh, hold on a minute. Meantime, you missed... Oh, hold on a minute. Julian, can you ask Sophie to get Daisy, please?
She was here. She was laying here.
Oh, she was here.
Daisy!
Daisy! Come on.
Daisy!
Sophia is rethinking her life choices right now. Next year, Bob for apples. I think we should stick to the donkeys telling the stories. Yeah, okay. All right.
Daisy!
Where are we? No, he doesn't. She doesn't want to come at the moment there, Henry. She's sitting down there. I think she's more interested in what Rachel's got. We can send help if you need it, Sophia. Do you need help? Just blink twice. My mum met a ghost at an old German POW camp while she was on a training course in the 80s, he asked her to get out of his bed.
Whoa, weird.
Wow, that's
Can I
strange,
borrow
isn't it?
this a sec?
Yeah, please.
I don't know if the guys are coming for dinner because it said it'd be ready at 8 and they're not here.
Guys, are you there? Are you watching? Is that? Are you sending them a message? So we've got our last, quite a momentous week this week, because this week is the last week of our volunteers. So we've got 2 volunteers this week, and
Oh, Debbie, thank you very much for your super chat.
thank you very much, Debbie. Thank you.
Do you want me to skip off?
Yeah, and it's what it represents, because that means we've cleared everything from pre-COVID. So what there was a period where people had booked to come and volunteer with us before COVID hit, and then obviously COVID hit, and then it moved everything around. So what we had to do is we kept everybody's bookings in place, and we just sort of like moved around. But because those bookings or the volunteer breaks are the main income source for the sanctuary, it meant we've had to stretch out almost 1 year's worth of volunteering holidays. We've had to stretch it out over 2 years because we couldn't obviously get everybody booked in. So it's been a real tough couple of years to do that. But today, this week marks the end of that. We've actually done it. We've got to the end, and it's like clean slate. So now we can go, right, that's it. All the pre-COVID bookings have now been and gone, and we're now fresh start now for the year rolling forward. So yeah, it's just it's a good time. It's a good feeling that we can actually look forward to a fresh start with new volunteer bookings at the new place, and yeah, it's all fresh. So it's all good. It's all good.
Lady J, thank you very much for your super chat.
Thank you, Lady J.
Egg says, when my dad passed, my mum said he was still in the bed for over a year every night.
Wow.
Sierra says, my grandfather visits on occasion. It's not scary, it's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. 100 Austin says, that would be a good donkey chat, ghost stories with the gang.
I'm not sure about that, because
I think they'd lose interest very quickly.
Yeah.
They'd walk off.
And they were just like, all they'll do is just bite my ears.
I live in an old farmhouse. My son constantly jumps at the slightest thing, rattles my nerves.
Oh.
My creepy encounters always involve being touched on the shoulder by a very cold hand with nobody there.
That's strange.
Egg says Steve would run away scared. Lisa says, has the fencing started to go in at the new sanctuary?
No, but we're pretty much there. We've cleared all the land around it where the fencing is going in. So we're ready to go now. So this was really frustrating. So fencing company gave me a quote. I went to go and see him or at the place, and I said, right, let's just talk about this money, because it's a lot of money to get the fencing done. So I said to him, we've got to get this price down. It's too high. So anyway, went through it line by line. How many posts? How much is each post? How many meters of wire? How many tensioners? Everything you can imagine. The diameter of the posts. We just went through it. Just went through it with him line by line, and I added it all up with him, and we worked out that there was a big chunk that he was too big a chunk really for labour costs. So I said, look, you've got to do something with this, because this is too much. It's too strong. So anyway, we went backwards and forwards a couple of times, and we ended up on the price. So we set this price, and it was all good. And I was like, okay, it's still a bit strong, but I can do it. But okay, but when can you start? And he's like, well, yeah, I can start next week. But you don't want a contract though, do you? I said, actually, yeah, I do want a contract. I said, it doesn't have to be anything detailed, too heavy, just a straightforward piece of paper, like a quote. So I know exactly what we're getting and the price that we've agreed. So he's like, okay, all right then, yeah, okay. So off he goes. 2 days pass. I haven't heard anything, so I sent him a message saying, have you got that revised quote? It came through, and he'd put an additional €2,000 on top of the price that we'd agreed. So I went back to him and said, look, what are you doing? Why are you mad? So
I said, can you revise that to the number that we've agreed? And with that, he's gone totally quiet on me. So I don't really know where I am. And now it's a holiday, so I've got to wait another 2 days until he's going to be back in his office, and I can go and find out what the hell's going on with him, because I'm ready to go. We're ready. We just want it in. We just want it all in.
Emma Horsey, thank you so much for your very kind super chat.
Oh, thanks, Em.
That's very lovely of you. I hope you're doing well. Mr. 100 Austin says, Julian, I will say the story was quite bad, but your storytelling did make it quite funny. Your story of the ghost that used to work on the sanctuary was still the best ghost story.
Yeah. Fernando.
Yeah.
Fernando with the slippers and the Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
It's the best ghost story ever, that is. I mean, who does that? What kind of ghost? I mean, then again, I think if I was to come back as a ghost, wearing slippers and Ray-Bans, I'm kind of there. I could kind of feel that.
Yeah, that will be you.
What would you look like if you were a ghost? What would you look like? Would you go for the classic white sheet, just going around like a white sheet?
That would be funny.
That would be quite funny. Or would you want to appear as a totally normal person and not really, or would you want to be like really monstrous? So if you're a ghost, what ghost would you be? What would you look like? What would you look like? What ghost what would you want to look like? A cat.
You look like a cat.
You'd come back as a cat.
Yeah.
But no one would know that you're a ghost. No, you couldn't have any fun with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you were like, you could jump through like, well, cats do that anyway. Cats do strange, weird things. What would you do? What would you be? You don't know?
I would be invisible to be a ghost.
Oh, you want to be an invisible ghost?
I would just pick stuff up and like make it float.
Okay.
Apparently the camera angle makes it look like Sophie's petting Julian.
Julian, Sophia's petting
It's
me.
Daisy. It's Daisy.
Um,
She's gone now.
Okay. Yes.
Emma says, I am, but it would be far better if I was with you.
Oh. Yes, it would. Come
Yeah.
back. Hurry up, Em. We're waiting for you.
And Trevor Fraidy Cat says, we did have some built-in stereo speakers start hissing static one night, but they were plugged into my stereo. It was weird.
What's that, like magnetic interference? Or perhaps it was just, picking up vibrations from the other side.
Jess says, I'm half Welsh and of course quarter Scottish. I'm pale enough to already look like a ghost. By the way, we have 49.9 thousand followers on Instagram. So if you're not following us already on Instagram, then please do and help us get to 50,000.
Oh, almost there.
Yeah.
49.9 thousand. That's amazing, isn't it?
Don't forget to move Justin and Justine with you to the new place.
Oh, I don't know. I think it might be quite funny to leave them here. Like, just to hide them in the... Look, the way she's just hanging there on this side.
That would be funny.
Yeah, just be a bit weird, wouldn't it? I feel like there is an opportunity to do things that could scare people. Or just, like, worry them. Or what about if we did a thing where you put some, like, really mad Latin messages on the wall and then wallpaper over the top of it with, like, some weird symbols? So when they decorate, they go, what the hell is this?
Anne, thank you very much for your super chat.
Thanks, Anne.
Cheers to those past and present. Happy Halloween, all.
Yes.
And Bridget says, I'm late. Can you tell the story again?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no problem.
I need to go and check the food. What should I do? Because, sorry guys, just talking.
We're talking shop now.
The guys went down to the tent. They messaged me and said, is there any other plans this evening? Or are we okay to just chill out? And I said, yeah, you can chill out if you want. Dinner will be at about 8 if you're hungry. Just come up then. And it's now 8:30 and they've not come up. And I sent another message and they got replies. Didn't they fall asleep?
They've probably fallen asleep. Should we go and wake them?
I don't know.
What do
Well,
you
I did
reckon?
tell
Let's
them.
put it to the guys. Do we wake them or do we let them
I
sleep?
said them it would be about 8 and you think if they wanted it, they would come up, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but unless they've passed out, you see. I don't know. You've got to ask the oracles here. I mean, I'm sure Jan's got an opinion on that. Jan's got an opinion on everything. What do you think, Jan? Should we go and wake them or should we let them sleep? What do they say?
Not yet. It's probably a bit behind.
Okay. I feel like it's contacting...
Wake them with MC.
It's bloody dinner time. Are you in there?
Wake them.
Wake them. Yeah, I feel like it's a wake them moment, really. 'Cause they're
Dragos, wake them.
oh man, that would be funny. That would be funny. I'm up for that.
No, but you don't know. You don't just want to burst into someone's tent, do you?
No, you don't have to burst into their tent, but you could
Wake them with Kraus.
with Klaus.
They'll wake up hungry later. Put the Justin and Justine mask on. Wake them. If you don't wake them, they'll wake you up at 2 a.m. looking for food. Prob struggling with tent intruders. Oh, with the cat.
With the cats, yeah, maybe,
says
maybe.
Emma.
Yeah.
Send Steve to wake them.
Send Steve down there. We
Well-
had that once. We had Sweet Pea,
I need to go and check.
who's
so
this
whatever
like?
you're
I don't know if I
doing-
told you the story where Sweet Pea actually went into the tent. We had these two young ladies coming and volunteering with us, and I woke up one morning to screams coming out of the field, and Sweet Pea, who's a very big pig, had got out of her run, and she obviously got the whiff of sweets or chocolate or something in the tent, and she burst through the tent. She ripped a big hole in the tent, the side of the tent, and then she tipped out all of their belongings. These two girls were asleep at the time in the tent, and Sweet Pea turned over all their suitcases, went through all of their stuff, got all their makeup, started eating all their makeup, all sorts of stuff going on. And these two girls were like traumatized and screaming, didn't know what to do. And so I went running down there to find these two girls wrapped up in their duvets outside their tent, and Sweet Pea was just destroying the tent. And I was like, it was such an amazing sight. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. Anyway, Sweet Pea was a little bit smaller than she is now, and I ended up having to wheelbarrow her because I couldn't pick her up. She was too heavy, so I had to get her by her back legs and then slowly walk her back up the hill. And she was grumbling and complaining all the way back up to get her back where she was living at the time, where she'd broken out of a little run. So we have had that before. I don't know whether Steve would do it though. I don't think Steve would do it. Ring the dinner bell. Yeah, that's one option. Clocks went back here today, so got confused about when you started. Annie, it's so weird, isn't it? It's only 8:30. It feels like 9:30. That is hog behaviour. Be more pig. Yeah, it really is hog behaviour. You're right there. What kind of holidays in Spain now? Some stupid fireworks involved. No, it's just Halloween, so Day of the Dead. So it's Day of the Dead tomorrow, and then they've got another holiday on Tuesday as well. So we've got 2 days of holidays, but no fireworks at the moment. Send Oliver and Philip to go and get them, to go and wake them up. Linda says Sweet Pea's a riot. Yes, she absolutely is. Little naughty diva. I'd pay money to see Julian wheelbarrowing a cute piggy up a hill. Okay, how much? I can do something like that. I still haven't changed some of my clocks, so I'm living on the edge. Wow, Jess. Do we change our clocks anymore? We don't even know, do we? Phones do it all automatically for us. Anyway. What time is it now? Did I say 8:30? 8:30. Time for dins. Well, guys. So I think it's time we're going to go and have something to eat, and we're going to go and wake up our volunteers, go and see what they're doing. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did. Did you enjoy the story? Was it? No, didn't enjoy it.
I enjoyed the fire, sitting with the cat, Kronk.
But not the
And,
story.
No, your version of the story was good.
But not the story itself.
I mean, the story was,
Ah,
a bit outdated, like you said.
it was.
It'll be about 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay. Well, guys, come and sit down and say goodbye. Thank you very much once again for joining us on our Sunday Live. Oh, Daisy's even come to say hello. Daisy, come here. Come on. Come here. Don't burn yourself on the fire. There she is. If you're watching, Henry, there's a Daisy. Well, a little bit of a Daisy.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm gonna put the link up to the shop
Oh, yeah.
if you want to buy a treat for the animals for Halloween. Today is the last day to be in with a chance of winning a discount in our merch shop. So
You get yourself a Jacob's Ridge Be More Donkey t-shirt, or whichever way you want to go. But yeah, oh, by the way, if you do, it comes up when you buy it, and it says the delivery address is, it'll be showing as your address. But don't worry, it doesn't. Nothing comes to you.
Yeah,
it comes
don't worry
to
about
the
that.
animals. So don't worry.
Super chats. £352.57.
Oh wow! Thank you very much,
guys.
guys. That's really generous of you. Thank you.
Yeah. I was thinking as well, we should maybe do a Facebook Live at some point. But what we need to do is figure out the stars thing so that people can donate on there.
Yeah, yeah,
But I need to get my head around that.
yeah. I think that would be a good idea that you get your head around that rather than me, because that really could be very confusing. I suffer badly enough with this one. I don't know how to handle this.
Shirley said, I enjoyed your story very much. Your interpretation was hilarious.
Good. Thank you very much.
Gail says, good night, all. Thanks for the story. Lovely fire. Happy on your holiday.
Well, happy on your
Happy on
holiday,
holiday. Jane said, go on, Julian. Just a bit of Klaus before you go.
Jane. Klaus. What can I tell you about Klaus? Yeah, it's a story. Klaus, he likes the good story, yeah. He likes to sit down and turns the pages slowly. The thing is, his pages stick together, so he likes to lick his fingers. Yeah. And if anyone else is reading any stories, he likes to lick their fingers too. Gets very embarrassing sometimes in the bookshop, but you know, Klaus has to be Klaus.
Henry would like to see Sophie belly rub Daisy.
Well, I don't think that's happening,
Can
Henry.
you see?
It,
She's
Daisy's
kind of behind the fire.
Yeah, Daisy's here. She's getting a little scratch, and she's quite happy, but no belly rubs at the minute. There's not a lot of room there.
Does Julian use voices with the animals?
Yeah, sometimes without really thinking about it. It depends. With the horses, I do. If I'm chatting to them and telling them stuff.
There's a t-shirt there. Klaus. Klaus says, get as many scary willies as you can this Halloween.
Oh yeah, loves the scary willies.
Good night. Stay
Klaus
safe.
gets the willies.
See you next week. Question.
See you next week. Question. I'll see you next week. Oh no, it's Mr. Forward.
Klaus likes tiddlers.
Oh yeah. He likes everything. He doesn't care. It's Klaus.
I'm still waiting for a technical difficulties merch line.
What would that look like?
They said they wanted. Hold on.
Oh, hold on. Hold up. Where are we? Okay, that's coming your way. Just for you. Hold up. Where are we?
How would Klaus review that story?
Yeah, I think Klaus would like it. It involves nakedness and rivers, and yeah, let's all jump in the river and be Klaus.
Catching tiddlers.
Catching the tiddlers, yeah. Come in the river with me. Oh yeah.
Is Klaus riding his broom this Halloween?
He'll ride everything. Klaus likes to ride.
What's on the dinner menu? We've got.
Oh yeah, what's on the dinner menu? Yeah.
Veggie
Is it hot?
balls.
Is it not? Oh, balls. I love the veggie balls. I'm vegan, you know. Vegan balls. Balls? Such a fucking
Anyway, I
word.
think maybe. Oh,
Yes,
Daisy's
it's enough,
getting on
is
the
it?
sunlight.
Daisy's like, I'm out of here. Right? Klaus has turned up. We don't want to listen to Klaus talking about balls. I don't know why
Right.
Daisy sounds like Mick Jagger, but that's what she does. You didn't know that about Daisy.
I need to go check the.
You
spaghetti
need to go
now.
and check spaghetti.
Okay. Are you
Right,
done?
guys.
You done with this?
Well, thank you very, very much for joining
Putting
us.
up with that.
Yeah, that was brilliant, and that was absolutely brilliant.
That was amazing.
It was
So
amazing, amazing. Love you loads, Sophia. Are you sure you don't want us to send help?
Yeah.
Don't say anything, Sophia. Sophia's fine, okay?
Look at Daisy
See
though.
the
I
fact-
think
don't
you
see
should
the
end on Daisy because look at her.
Yeah, she's looking cute. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna give you that. Right, we're gonna end with a Daisy. Oh, can you see her?
Oh yeah, she's. Oh.
Daisy, you enjoying that fire?
Oh, her little feet dangling over the edge.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you got Grump.
Yeah.
You can just about make out, Grump. Right. Oh.
Okay, cool. Thank
Yeah,
you,
cool,
everyone.
man.
Thank you for all your super chats.
Oh, hold on a minute. I've done something wrong here with the.
Have a
I can't hold. Yeah, that's comfortable. Right. Okay.
have a creepy Halloween.
Yeah, have a lovely Halloween. And can you hold that? Because
Hold
I've
that.
yeah, because it's all gone wrong. And yeah, we'll see you next week. And yeah, keep safe.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Make sure Klaus isn't hiding in the darkness for you all. Klaus is looking out for you, all of you. When you feel that cold hand, cold hand in your pants, it's Klaus. See you later, guys. Love you. Bye. It doesn't end. Oh, it doesn't end. Where is the end? That's what she said. Oh, okay.